Hello everyone and welcome to another Explore video. So today we're going to be taking a look at a Gruul vehicle list. From the recent tournament in Pioneer, Gruul vehicle has performed spectacularly, and that is thanks to this card from the Martian Machine, Voldaren Thrillseeker. So this is a really cool addition to the Gruul vehicle list. It's only a 3-mana 1/1, but it has backup 2, which means that you can put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature that you have. You can even put it on it itself, and then it'll just become a 3/3. But if you put it on another creature, they get 2 +1/+1 counters, and you can also inherit the ability of this card where it lets you sacrifice this creature and you can deal damage equal to its power to any target until the end of the turn. So why this card exists in this deck is pretty simple, and that is to deal a lot of damage. We have a lot of high power creatures such as Reckless Stormseeker, Bonecrusher Giant, Lovestruck Beast, Mikolos, Ezeka's Chariot, Sky Sovereign, and the list goes on. But we also have some creatures that can pump itself, such as Mikolos, or you have things like Reckless Stormseeker giving power to another creature that can also further boost the damage that Voldaren Thrillseeker does when you do end up sacrificing the creature after attacking. But the most important part is that this deck plays 4 copies of Chrome War, which is a 4-mana saga that steals an opponent's creature. So you steal a creature, give it haste with Reckless Stormseeker, opponent's probably not going to fully block their own creature because they do eventually probably want it back. So you attack with it, and then once it hits, you can sacrifice to the Voldaren Thrillseeker, dealing its own power's damage onto any target that opponent has, including their life total. So this card, Voldaren Thrillseeker, just adds a ton of power and aggression to the deck, which makes it quite scary. And we also see that we have 2 copies of Invasion of Ixalan, which also came with March of the Machine. This basically lets you look at the top 5 cards and add a permanent card into your hand. Since the saga is considered a permanent as well, same with Bonecrusher Giant. Even though the adventure side is considered an instant speed spell, Bonecrusher Giant itself is a permanent. So there's a lot of targets you can hit. You can even find lands. And once this does flip, it does transform into another big creature for the deck. It's a 4/3 with the trample, which is perfect stats to also crew Ezeka's Chariot as well. So it's just synergy upon synergy, which makes the deck way more scarier than what it was before. So I'm going to be jumping into some Explore Best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. I'm excited. Playing against Yorion, that's probably like an enchantment deck. See, Voldaren Thrillseeker. If this is like an enigmatic incarnation deck, probably want to keep the Besage, right? Seems good. Watery Grave. Okay. I was going to play out the Bonecrusher Giant, but does this deck need the double green? No. Let's play that out. Seems like a really good card versus this deck. If this is like an enchantment deck, this can also get rid of enchantment as well. Interesting. I could. Wow, that's already 12 damage. Can you believe that? You put the backup to 2 counters on this and then you sacrifice it after attacking. That's 12 damage already. That's kind of nuts. I think I'm just going to play out this Bonecrusher Giant. Okay, Omen of the Sun. It's not an enigmatic incarnation deck. That's really strange they wouldn't block with the wall. Isn't a 1/1 more... I guess, I mean, if you're never gonna attack. Well, since they're not playing it, let's go ahead and... play the Jessica's Chariot. Okay, opponent's deck is definitely an enigma. I don't know what I can expect. Okay, they're just gone. I see, I see. Play first. I think that's a mulligan, right? We play 8 copies of Mana Dork, like we... And double Blitzeju is... and a pain land. Oh, okay. Well, still not ideal since we don't have our Mana Dork, but we do have a turn 1 play, so I guess it's not the worst. Okay, it might be the worst. That's unfortunate. I think they're holding on to a 1-mana removal spell. A Fiery Impulse or something like that. So if we played Lovestruck Beast, it's 1 mana. Okay, never mind. Understandable. I still think they do, so I'm just going to play on Jessica's Chariot here. We have a really, really slow start when they're playing a creativity deck. So that's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, look, they have a Fiery Impulse here. There we go. I'm actually surprised they didn't kill the 1/1 because if I played Lovestruck Beast and like you could technically prevent Lovestruck Beast from ever attacking. So we need a removal spell for that, but looks like we're not getting it. I want to see what they do. Like, do they kill the 1/1 or the 2/2? Okay, that's fine. I think I'm actually going to hold on to the Soken Zen. Could be useful if they like, I don't know, have a main deck Brotherhood's End and we might have to make some 1/1s so that Lovestruck can attack. So they decided to do that. Should we block? 9. Probably not. Can we win somehow? Love Struck Beast, attack. Two. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think so. Sure. So the fact that they kept this is probably means that they have creativity and we're gonna die next turn. Yeah, I think we lost this one purely out of the fact that we didn't have a turn 2 play. Right? Kind of unfortunate. Okay, Locust God. So we know what they're playing now. Outland Liberator. A Stone Brain. Let's take out a Cron War. What about Rending Volley? For like a Locust God? Is that a thing? Surely not, right? I don't think that's it. I don't like that. Nice. We have a turn 2 play even if Llanowar Elf does get killed. Get a little bit unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. Reckless Stormseeker. As long as they don't have another removal spell, I think this is more damage, right? They let it transform. That's a lot of damage. Wow. That's a really strange choice of a card. Negate? You brought Negate? And you played Otawara. That must be their only land. Wow. Big score. Guess we should just put it on here. It's because Miglos is gonna be harder to attack. I mean, harder to kill. I think that's game. Okay, I mean, our cyborg worked. Do I want to change anything? Nah. I think what opponent is going to do is they're not going to play their negate anymore after that game. I mean, I wouldn't. It's a interesting hand, I'm not gonna lie. That's a card. I would be very surprised if they still have negate. Okay, make disappear makes a lot more sense. Make disappear makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I'm just going to jam this in. Okay, million removal spell. What is happening? Can my opponent stop playing their removal spell, please? I mean, it's like, it's about time, right? Okay, nice. And we'll have a Outland Liberator and Bone Crusher Giant up for whatever they're trying to do. Another Impulse. I mean, so far it's going pretty nice. Tap land, by the way. Feels good, man. Hard cast Sage of the Falls. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'd expect from this matchup. They'll just get probably aggro down, but the first game was a bit unlucky. Should I keep this? Where are the mana dorks, man? Do I play them? Do I play them? I really like this card. This card is so freaking good. So originally, I was actually going to make a video about a mono green devotion with Invasion of Ixalons, but because there has been a recent tournament that did really well with this deck, that I decided to play this one. You don't play Spell Pierce. So I actually think we grab some lands, right? Since we have Sky Sovereign. Oh, wow. It was actually... Okay, they must actually have another Spell Pierce. Okay, well, their removals choice is... I'm actually going to pass. Okay, Toxic, another Thieves Guild Enforcer. 4 cards in the graveyard. So, Drown in the Loch is actually up. So, Acron War could get countered. Nice. That's actually what we wanted. So if we now draw a Bunkers Giant, we do flip the Invasion of Ixalan. Interesting, they let it flip. Well. That sticks. That also sticks. This requires 8 or more. There's still... So they would still need 3? So they would need double Rogue. They would need double Rogue. I think this is fine. This only backfires if they have double Rogue here. You drown that instead of the Bone Crusher Giant. That's kind of strange. Okay, that works out for me. I got a 4/3. And they've just used double Drown in the Loch, so I'm gonna go ahead and play Sky Sovereign. Jace! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that's kind of cool, I guess. I'm just gonna go ahead and play this thing out. It's a +1, right? Yeah. So Jace should die if... Yeah, so Jace is probably dead. Okay, luck sack. Look at this combo. A Cron War with Boulder and Thrill Seeker. Pretty cool. I could also just Obliterating Volt, but... Actually, I don't even need it. Crew 3. It deals 3 to... Okay. Let's just kill it. What am I doing? My bad. Giganta? I mean, opponent's dead. If they play a creature, they're dead. So I guess this can get fatal pushed. There it is. So we're 1 off, huh? That sucks. Because I didn't put the Giganta back in my hand last turn. Brazen Borrower. Classic mistake. Okay, opponent's actually just going to die. What? Okay. Opponent's gonna die. I was thinking about maybe giving it to the Thrill Seeker. Then you can sacrifice it and deal 5 damage. Okay. A little bit of a misplay. Didn't put the Giganta back into my hand. Okay, so Rending Volley seems okay. I say okay because they play things like Thieves Guild Enforcer that doesn't get hit by it, but it does hit Ruin Crab and Soaring Thought Thief. Fry seems decent as well. It does hit Jace. So what am I getting rid of? Maybe it's copy of a Lubstruck Beast. I don't think we need like 4 copies of Akron Wars either. The Lanor Elf. And a Thrill Seeker? Not really sure. It's kind of a stinky hand. Sure. I think it's the Volder and Thrill Seeker here. Okay, nice. I didn't want to get murdered by my own land. Okay. You know what? Let's just get rid of it. Looks like they have Fatal Push? Or actually, it's probably a Drown. No, Drown wouldn't have a target though. So right now, Drown is not active, which is really good. So we can just slam in this Essica's Chariot. Yeah, definitely this is a fatal push business here. Actually, no. If they had a fatal push, they would have used it there. I think. That's very interesting. What could they have? Drown? Okay, so they did have a drown. Okay, they did have a drown. And then what else do you have? Another drown. Okay, so removing counters doesn't seem like it does anything. I misplay there. I should have tapped the Miglos, knowing that playing the Invasion of Ixalan does put another card in my graveyard, so... Okay, that's an interesting card to see there. I shouldn't have copied this. I should have copied the one that's not attacking in case they have something. I'm playing a little bit too fast right now, since I'm a little bit pressed on time today. Okay, there you have it. Easy diamond. Took a while, since we took a little detour to a historic best of one, and what a format historic best of one is. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so we played 2 diamond. So now that I've played the deck a little bit, since it's not my deck, I'll try to explain the sideboard as best as I can. So the festivity is there for, I would assume that mono green devotion for killing off the elves, right? It's really good for stopping their aggression, getting things down as fast as possible. And on the bonus side, the end of festivity is actually really good right now because the Boros Convoke deck has kind of popped off recently in Pioneer and Explorer. So something like this is really good versus them because they have a lot of 1/1s. And we see that we have 3 copies of Rending Volley. This is for Grease Fang matchups, I'm assuming. And for Mono Blue Spirits. Same with Fry, you can play this versus a Spirits deck, but I would assume that this is probably for Azorius Control. And then you have 2 copies of Outland Liberator versus Mirror matchup, since we do play things like Akron War, things like that. And this is also very good versus Sacrifice deck as well. And the Stone Brain, I was kind of hesitant whether I should sideboard this out for something else, but I realized combo deck does exist in Explore, and that is Creativity deck. I'm not sure if you actually bring this versus a mono green devotion. I don't think that's a thing. And then you see 2 copies of Unlicensed Hearse versus another Greasefang matchup, and 2 copies of Embercleave versus things like Cat Oven deck, since they have like an infinite blocker. And this is also very good versus a Boros Convoke deck that has a lot of 1/1s that can chump block. So overall, I really enjoyed it. We didn't really see much of Voldaren Thrillseeker, to be fair, but the idea is that we have a Crown War and Voldaren Thrillseeker. You steal a creature, you sacrifice to it, and it also deals damage after you attack with it. I think this is a pretty cool addition, and considering that we have a lot of high-powered creature as well, I mean, you could crew this and then put it on this, and this will be an 8-power creature. Once you attack with it, you sacrifice using the backup mechanic, since it does inherit the ability, and then deal additional 8 damage. So that's 16 damage you've done with Voldaren Thrillseeker and Sky Sovereign together. I think that's really cool. You could even give it to Megalos, give it Vigilance and Menace, right? Attack with it, since they can't block because of the Menace. You could even pump it further with the gaining the +2/+2, removing 2 more oils, and then sacrificing to the Voldaren Thrillseeker. I think there's a lot of potential with this deck. Oh yeah, there's also Reckless Stormseeker as well, giving it +1 or +2 depending on the night and day time cycle. This is a really, really cool addition in this deck. So yeah, not much to say. Our first opponent left after the first game. Our second opponent almost got us when our third game was also pretty easy. So yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video so far, and if you did, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye bye.